Nobody saw this coming. Yandy Smith, the cornerstone of Mendeecees' support system, is abruptly enmeshed in a scandal that could destroy her life. Rumors of secret meetings, private phone calls, and an unexpected man are spreading like wildfire. Mendeecees found out about it when he was furious beyond comprehension. Insiders claim that Yandy has been secretly having an affair with Mendeecees for a number of months. Warning signs included cryptic social media posts, late-night texts, and mysterious disappearances. But now, the truth is finally coming to light. Which is the worst? It's not just any guy that works for Yandy. Everything she has fought so hard to accomplish could be destroyed by his past. Mendeecees is demanding answers, friends are taking sides, and fans are in disbelief. Is this the worst kind of betrayal? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye? There is little doubt that this is more than just another rumor. This kind of scandal has the ability to change everything. Furthermore, once this is over, Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship may never be the same. For a long time, Mendeecees Harris and Yandy Smith have been one of the most talked about couples in the reality TV and hip-hop industries. From their lavish wedding to their terrible struggles, their love story has been anything but ordinary. Fans have seen them fight, reconcile, and support each other through scandal after scandal. But this time, the circumstances have shifted. Mendeecees has always kept Yandy safe. Following fighting to rebuild his life following his prison sentence, he made it plain that his family comes first. He has discussed loyalty, trust, and his incapacity to tolerate treachery. And that's exactly why this latest news has him in a rage. Yandy, on the other hand, has built a strong reputation for being independent, strong, and wise. In addition to being a reality celebrity, she is also a boss. She has dealt with Mendeecees' past in a patient manner, defended his reputation when others tried to undermine it, and stood by him when others would have abandoned him. Nevertheless, despite everything they have gone through, something has changed. Over the past few months, fans have been aware of the shortcomings. It all started with small things like Yandy going to parties by himself, mysterious Instagram posts that alluded to issues, and a noticeable shift in Mendeecees' behavior. There were reports that things were tough behind the scenes, despite the fact that the couple constantly put up a united front. Following that, Mendeecees startled social media with a comment a few weeks ago. "I don't believe in wasting my time," he wrote in an Instagram post. Fans realized something was wrong at that moment and started to question whether he was talking about business. "I swear to you, I will find out if I'm being played. Was it a troubled friendship, or was Yandy involved?" The rumor grew more acute once Yandy sent a mystery letter of her own. People immediately started to wonder what she was talking about. It's better to keep some things to yourself. Just watch. Before the revelation started, it seemed like simply another case of mind games on social media. Anonymous sources began to hint at Yandy's secret meetings with an unnamed man. Was paradise troubled? The biggest surprise of all was a leaked screenshot of a supposedly late-night text exchange in which Yandy seemed to be making plans while dining with someone who was obviously not Mendeecees in a remote area. At first, many didn't believe it because Yandy had never held back when showing her love for Mendeecees, so why would she risk everything now? But after that, Mendeecees unfollowed her and the internet went off. Why would he unfollow Yandy, given that Mendeecees had never been the kind to divulge personal information online? That was huge, and people immediately started to speculate. Had he found out? Was he just misinterpreting things? Or had Yandy really lied to him? As the rumors persisted, Mendeecees dropped mute, completely silent, without an explanation or denial. But what about his most recent interviews and the look on his face? Complete fury. According to those close to him, he has been furious, demanding explanations and refusing to accept this. Because this time it felt different. She was secretive, distant, and different. You're overanalyzing the matter, and Mendeecees always had an excuse when she tried to bring it up. It's just business. I would never do that to you, you know. But in the back of my mind, something didn't add up, and then it happened. Mendeecees received a letter that severely unsettled him. At first, he thought it was a practical joke, someone trying to cause trouble. But as he saw the accompanying photo, his stomach dropped. Yandy was the one, seated across from an unknown man at a classy restaurant. What about their body language, the small setting, and the dim lighting? Mendeecees' mind were racing because it was too comfortable. What the heck is this? He looked closely at the photo, his heart pounding, searching for any sign that this was all a misunderstanding. Why is she withholding this information from me? What makes it seem like they are more than just friends? The way Yandy leaned in, the way she smiled at this man, the way their hands almost touched across the table. It could have been a business meeting, but it wasn't inconsequential. As if fate wanted to further twist the knife, Mendeecees received a second message, this time a screen grab rather than just a photo. Private conversations and leaked communications, and what he read made him furious. Yandy, I think of you all the time. Mystery man, I agree. You've been greatly missed. Yandy, this isn't going to end, mystery man. I had a lovely night. Don't let it. Why does Yandy say, I just need time to figure things out? Mendeecees turned off his phone, his mind racing. His heart was racing. This wasn't just speculation. It was more than a rumor. This actually occurred. Yandy had been deceiving him and had been moving covertly behind his back. Worst of all, this was no casual affair. She and this man shared a deep emotional connection. For the first time in years, Mendeecees felt the worst kind of betrayal, and this was not a meaningless exercise. Rather, it was a personal concern. After the internet discovered it, the leaked messages spread like wildfire, leaving the fans in disbelief. Others had been suspecting things for weeks, while others were dubious and stood up for Yandy no matter what. She has been acting strangely for the past minute, and I had a hunch something wasn't right. Yandy would never act in this way. I need time to figure things out, she really said. It must be a hoax. Mendeecees must leave her right away if this is the case. But the most startling discovery was yet to come. No, that's crazy. Because the identity of the mystery man, who wasn't just any old person, either, was revealed right when everyone thought they had all the answers. It was a previous acquaintance of Yandy's. When Mendeecees saw the name, he lost it. He had never expected this guy, whom he had considered a friend. This was not only a betrayal on Yandy's behalf, it was a setup. Long before Mendeecees was involved, the enigmatic man was a ghost from their past and had a relationship with Yandy. He was formerly Mendeecees' close buddy, and now he was back in Yandy's life once more. Mendeecees didn't hold back when he said, back in her embrace. He immediately posted an enigmatic but powerful statement on social media. Betrayal. Loyalty is vital. That was all that was needed for the internet to take off. Inexcusable. Fans could see right away that Mendeecees was talking about Yandy, but the fact that he was also condemning deceit suggested that this was more than just a simple breakup. It was war. Mendeecees was furious, according to those close to the marriage, and he wasn't just depressed. He was seeking payback. Yandy too. She remained silent when he called, asking for details and threatening to divulge everything. Don't deny, don't explain, don't say anything. The final twist then came because, according to a recently disclosed report, Yandy and the unnamed man had been meeting for months. This only made many anticipate the worst. Mendeecees knew about the alterations long before anyone had any doubts, and even before the first rumors started, which meant that this was nothing new and not an error. It was an affair. When yet another startling revelation was discovered, Mendeecees thought he had fallen to his lowest point. Yandy's past was not the only. She was totally wrong. Just when it seemed that things couldn't get any worse, the drama escalated. Mendeecees' enigmatic post and Yandy's questionable messages with her new mystery boyfriend had already generated a lot of buzz on social media. The story was far from over, but while the media was going crazy and people were speculating, something unexpected happened late one evening. An indisputable video that was made public online demonstrated that Yandy had been having private meetings with this unnamed man. It was clear from the footage that Yandy and the man were more than just friends when they were seen leaving a hotel together in broad daylight. Their features were not wobbly or fuzzy, and they were laughing and smiling as if nothing else mattered. The video of them holding hands sent the internet into a frenzy, and within minutes, Twitter was flooded with comments. "This is unbelievable. Is this how Yandy is actually relocating out here? She has been playing him like a fool. No, Mendeecees deserves better. They are the ones who always act like they are innocent. Samo." The shock of the situation was only increased by the fact that the tape was allegedly leaked by a person close to Yandy. Rumors circulated that this was not only random paparazzi film, but possibly an inside job. Someone wants to make sure that the worst possible time was chosen for this movie's public release. The published footage not only confirmed the rumors, but also intensified them. Rather of posing the question, is Yandy really seeing someone else? To Yandy was apprehended while acting. The link could no longer be denied after this. The response came instantly. On social media, Yandy was inundated with both supporting and nasty comments, and the reactions were severe. People who had previously stood by her were abruptly turning against her, calling her a hypocrite and accusing her of betraying Mendeecees. But the biggest shock of all was still to come. While fans were busy studying the leaked video, Mendeecees spoke up. Mendeecees answered on Instagram in a shocking turn of events with a succinct but powerful reply that said a lot without saying much. In his post, he stated, "Be loyal above everything else." Some people don't take that into consideration. The entertainment business was rocked by that one sentence alone. After being silent for too long, Mendeecees was now addressing the issue with this cryptic statement. He was clearly furious and determined to make sure Yandy didn't get away with this. As soon as the post became viral, fans and followers started interacting. Despite the vagueness of Mendeecees' words, it was clear that he felt duped and was willing to discuss his personal issues. But just how much he knew remained a mystery. What would happen next? Before the internet had a chance to recuperate, another bombshell was delivered. A second video suddenly surfaced, but this time it wasn't of Yandy. The topic was Mendeecees. In the footage, he was seen getting into a heated argument with a woman who wasn't Yandy. They were standing outside a nightclub, and although the audio was unclear, their body language made it plain that they were fighting, and it was terrible. The footage sparked a new round of outrage. Who was this woman? Did Mendeecees cheat as well? Suddenly the tale was not just about Yandy's alleged adultery, but about both of them. As the discoveries kept coming in, the setting became more and more chaotic. Insiders revealed more details, claiming that Mendeecees had been seen with this unnamed woman before. The web was on fire, and according to one source, it's obvious that there's something going on between them because they've been spotted together several times. Supporters were torn between defending Mendeecees and denouncing him for his alleged double life. It was no longer a simple story. It had devolved into a full-fledged controversy with no conclusion in sight. There were still more curves and turns ahead. Yandy decided to publicly address the problem by going live on Instagram, which was a shocking move. She sat in front of the camera, clearly upset but determined to change the record. She added, "I've been silent long enough," with a slight tremble in her voice. "But you have to understand that every story has two sides, and you are only listening to one of them." Yandy made it clear that more was going on behind the scenes than anyone knew, even in spite of her mysterious comments. Although she didn't specifically deny the charges, she suggested that Mendeecees wasn't innocent. Since the drama had already reached a boiling point, it didn't appear likely to stop anytime soon. The internet was still speculating about the ongoing public feud between Yandy and Mendeecees. Since the situation had grown out of control and both parties understood that their next move might either save or destroy their reputations, they were playing their cards carefully. The internet went nuts as Yandy shared an enigmatic Instagram Live. The way she evaded accountability while suggesting that Mendeecees wasn't innocent caused division among everyone. Some admirers believed in her and claimed she had every right to go on after what Mendeecees allegedly did to her. Others didn't buy it and slammed her for playing the victim while being caught red-handed on the hotel video. But then something far more important happened. The real tempest began when prominent celebrity gossip websites like Hollywood Unlocked and The Shade Room picked up the tale. 2 side-by-side videos were shown in one article from The Shade Room. One showed Yandy leaving the hotel with the unnamed male, while the other showed Mendeecees shouting aggressively with another woman outside a club. The caption, "Who is TAV real ISSU?" The comments section went into chaos as some backed Yandy, while others said, "No, Yandy got caught in 4K. Did Mendeecees start this issue in the first place, even if Yandy was discovered with her new man? Don't justify her any longer. Yandy being done with Mendeecees," some people said. "Give her life." One comment that went viral read, "Mendeecees gone outside." Many were quick to place the blame on both sides, saying, "He just mad Yandy finally doing her own thing." Meanwhile, Hollywood Unlocked made another startling revelation. Mendeecees was scheduled to appear on a big podcast to provide his side of the story. This was huge. Insiders said Mendeecees was going to go into great detail about his relationship with Yandy, not only talk about the suspicions of infidelity. An unnamed source said, "Mendeecees is done protecting Yandy. A man will drag you through hell, and when you finally move on, he'll act like you did him dirty. Yandy is ready to spill all his secrets." Yandy's response to this news was the most unexpected, a suspicious tweet. "Lol." The members of the Love and Hip Hop cast couldn't keep quiet any longer, and supporters immediately took it as evidence that Yandy had stopped being nice. "Some men just can't take it when the tables turn," tweeted Erica Mena, who has been involved in her own share of PR scandals. "Are you surprised?" Lil Scrappy's ex-girlfriend Bambi remarked on Instagram, "The behavior of Mendeecees has been peculiar. We shouldn't act like we're brand new." Then, Mama D, Scrappy's mother, went all out on Yandy in an Instagram live. "Child, I told you all Yandy wasn't innocent. What a long-term planner that girl is. Watch how this develops." This development was clearly being watched like a soap opera by the entire company. Radio hosts and podcasters followed. On The Breakfast Club, DJ Envy and Charlamagne Tha God talked about the turmoil and said Mendeecees needs to earn up to his part in the problem. Joe Budden criticized Yandy on his show, claiming that she had been planning her next move for months. "Do you really think Yandy was caught by mistake? Sis had been laying the foundation for this plot, and fans were split over Yandy and Mendeecees' mind games, so it wasn't an accident. I need Yandy to start dropping receipts," said Team Yandy supporters, who thought she was just getting her joy back. "She doesn't need to explain anything to anyone. Mendeecees had been cheating for years." At last Yandy grew wary and left. "Sis, reveal him." What about the Mendeecees team? They would not allow her to escape punishment. There's no explanation. Simply put, she cheated. Mendeecees aren't perfect, but Yandy is acting inappropriately, the statement reads. "You guys are taking it very personally, and she's acting like the victim." Twitter became a battleground as hashtags like #YandyExposed and #Mendeecees trended for hours. Some fans even started searching through old love and hip-hop films in an effort to uncover the person who had been lying for years. Memes comparing Yandy's situation to past controversies were all over Twitter. One of the most well-liked tweets stated, "This is giving Beyoncé and Jay-Z drama, but if Solange was exposing both of them." Women's alleged affair were already rampant, but there was absolutely nothing that could have prepared supporters for what was going to occur. Because the identity of Yandy's enigmatic man was eventually made public, first there were rumors. Some gossip blogs claimed to have insider knowledge that helped identify the man, but then a TikTok user who went viral and is renowned for revealing major celebrity scandals shared a shocking side-by-side image comparison. And when fans saw it, the internet went bananas. For this dude was not your typical one. This was no modest businessman or nameless love interest. The relationship between Mendeecees and Yandy's secret man was intimate. An old business partner, a childhood pal. What is the name of the man Mendeecees formerly trusted with all her heart? That's Marcus Green. If that name seems familiar, it should. Not just any old friend, Marcus was the one who got into a heated confrontation with Mendeecees years ago over money issues that were never resolved. But there has long been a suspicion that Mendeecees and Marcus were not only at odds over business. There were unverified reports that Marcus had accused Mendeecees of betraying him, pushing him out of the company, and robbing him of his opportunities. And now, Marcus seems to have just been dealt the final blow. The fans were enthralled. This is war, not just cheating. Is Yandy truly with Mendeecees' enemy? This is insane. Prominent gossip websites started to cover it after Twitter erupted with the statement, "Mendeecees must be losing his mind right now." The treachery could not be ignored. Mendeecees then abruptly did something that no one had expected. He went live. For the first time since the start of the story, Mendeecees raised his voice. As soon as he went live on Instagram, almost 100,000 people joined. Fans, bloggers, and celebrities all wanted to see how he would respond. He didn't say anything at first. He only stared at the camera. His expression was unreadable, his enthusiasm subdued. But his eyes, they were angry. Finally, he said something. "I'll say it only once. You people are completely unaware of what's going on." That was all that was needed. People begged for clarification in the comments area, which went bananas. Others urged him to confess the truth, while others accused him of trying to shift blame. But it was clear that Mendeecees would not take this lying down. And then the most startling revelation of all occurred. "I got receipts," Mendeecees remarked, looking straight into the camera. "And when do I release them? The world will see who Yandy really is." He abruptly ended the live after that. It shook the fans. What did Mendeecees mean? To which receipts did he refer? In the background, was there anything even more important going on? It was clear that this matter was far from over. For that reason, Mendeecees was more than just hurt. He sought. And did he have any proof? Yandy's reputation might never be restored.